I'm aware of that.
Now, you heard your daughter Rachel here today tell us that it at least appeared to her that you weren't just waiting for traffic there. You heard that, did you not, sir?
I heard it.
Okay. But you're telling us that you were merely waiting for traffic and for kids to get out of the way.
That's exactly right.
How long did that take you, sir?
Maybe 1 to 2 minutes.
And you're telling us you weren't waiting across the street, waiting for her or her sister to come out of that little, what she described as a catwalk?
I had no idea that my daughter was attending that school.
You what?
I had no idea my daughter was attending that school. I wouldn't even know where the middle school was in my neighborhood.
When did your wife leave your residence, sir?
My wife left me on Father's Day weekend.
Of which year?
2002.
So, and that's in June?
That would be June 16th.
When did your daughter start to attend middle school?
I have no idea.
You have no idea when your daughter started middle school?
No, I don't.
How old is your daughter now?
I believe she's 15 years old.
Do you know when approximately she would have started middle school?
No.
I'm sorry? Okay. Did you see Linda Black and your daughter later that day as you drove around the school?
Your Honor, I would object. This goes beyond direct examination.
That's not a basis. He's saying he only went there, he had no reason to be there, Judge.
Oh.
Did you see your daughter and Linda Black later that afternoon after this initial encounter with your daughter?
Yes, I did.
Where did that take place, sir?
Near the same pedestrian access that's been talked about previously.
Okay. And as I recall, your daughter Rachel told us in her testimony that it was as she and Linda were coming up here, and I'm referring for the record's sake to the diagram that Rachel put on the board, up here along this street, and they were coming this direction and you were coming that direction. It was right there at that corner. Is that where you recall that encounter with Linda Black that day, sir?
I saw them somewhere in the vicinity of the crosswalk.
Which crosswalk is it?
Excuse me, it's not a crosswalk, it's a pedestrian access.
This what your daughter referred to as the catwalk.
Catwalk of the pedestrian access.
Okay, so you're traveling down along here, right, sir?
That's correct.
But that's not the direct route to your home, is it, sir?
It's a route to my home that's as direct as any other.
Well, but didn't you tell us that the most direct route was down along this direction and then down, I don't have access to all the street numbers. Isn't that what you told us, sir?
I have no idea what you're getting at.
Well, my question is, didn't you tell your attorney that the most direct route to the Maverick station was to come down this street from, and I don't have the benefits, so I can't, but there's a street down here that you live on, come up here to the school, and then go up here over to 27th.
Your Honor, I'm going to object, and the counsel is asking what the direct route to Maverick is. That was a half an hour more earlier than what the counsel is talking about now. My client's never identified where he was going at that time, so I don't know what's relevant to whether that's direct route to Maverick, since he's never said where he was going the second time.
Judge?
Well, we're not talking about the second time.
Yeah, we are.
Yes. We're talking about the second time, Judge.
Right, but he's asking him the direct route that's already been testified to.
Well, but the direct route testified to was on the first time, Your Honor. And I'm not sure, if it's direct route to Provo, it may be a different way he'd go than if he'd go to Maverick or go to Sandy. So I think we need to establish where he was going to know whether it's the most direct route. I think that's what's confusing the witness.
I'm confused. I mean, we already know what the direct route to Maverick from its home is. Now, what is your question?
My point is, Judge, I'm simply getting to the point, he's telling us that he was just down in this area here, but he had just been coming back, and he was on his way home, and this, he had told us earlier, was the most direct route. So if he's down in this area, he's now no longer taking the most direct route back to his home. I don't know what he's doing, I haven't gotten that far yet, but he's told us he was on his way back to his house, and yet my point is he's not taking the most direct route
I
back.
understand that. I do. I don't know where we go from here.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
So you had told us earlier, sir, that you had gone from your house over to the Maverick, which is, and I'm pointing out somewhere up over here on 2700 West, right?
What was your question again?
You told us earlier that the most direct route was to come down here from your house, come up over to whatever this street's name, cross the canal up here, and then go in that direction over to the Maverick.
That would be the most direct route from the Maverick to the Maverick from my house.
Right?
That would be the most direct route from my house to the Maverick.
So what are you doing down here, sir? And I'm pointing here to the edge of where the school would be. What are you doing down there?
When I was sitting at the stop sign before, I saw an automobile that looked exactly identical to mine. Same year, same color, same style of wheels.
And so,
I saw that car go by as I was exiting the neighborhood, so instead of going to the north that time, I went to the south because I was intrigued by this automobile that looked exactly like mine.
did you ever find that vehicle, sir?
Yes, I did. I have the license number.
Where did you find it?
They live on, I believe it's Oak View Drive.
And did you make contact with those people?
No,
You just drove by to see the other car?
that's correct.
Did you wave at your daughter when you saw her and Linda driving there by that corner?
Yes, I did.
I have no further questions, Judge.
just briefly, what was did you ever make it to the Maverick that day?
Yeah, I went down and got gas and then I went to work. Or I went over to my mother-in-law's actually.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. The first time we were talking about when you were stopped at the stop sign, you were heading to the Maverick, you testified. All the school kids were coming out. Did you make it to the Maverick on that trip?
No, I didn't.
Okay. What kind of car is it you were driving that day?
1993 Ford Thunderbird.
Anything unique about that car?
Unique is relative.
Well, different that made you notice a car that was just like it?
The car that I saw had exactly the same wheels, it was exactly the same color, and it was exactly the same year. I thought it was unusual.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Do you have anything further?
Nothing further, Judge.
Defense would rest, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Gibson, you can retake your seat. Can you